Hello everyone, welcome to my first video. This video is addressed to everyone, but mostly to travelers, because I am a traveler and now I have to stay at home for the coronavirus quarantine, especially taking into account that I'm in Italy. I don't know if you knew, but I'm a Master of Science in Energy Engineering, and I was working as an engineer before starting traveling with your best life. As an engineer, one of the topics that most matters to me is climate change. And in this video, I want to share 5 tips that you can do to fight the climate change while you are at home. So let's get started. First tip, you have to decrease your room temperature. You have to set your thermostat to a lower temperature. You know why? According to the Society of Heating, Refrigerating and Air Conditioning Engineers, the comfort room temperature is between 20 and 24 Celsius degrees. But why then people they keep it at 26 or 27? That doesn't make sense, right? So why don't try to keep it at 22 Celsius degrees, which is around 70 Fahrenheit degrees. That's gonna help you fighting the climate change, and it's gonna be also more natural for your body, because outside is cold, and for your biological balance you don't need to feel warm. You need to feel like not cold but a bit chilly. It's more natural. Second tip that you can do is to change your diet. This is a very important topic. Food industry accounts for 25% of the whole greenhouse gases emissions on our planet. That's a huge number, and we can have a direct impact every day to change that. If you think about, this is 1/4 of the global emissions, and all the things that are happening, like wildfires in Australia, wildfires in Brazil, glaciers melting, Antarctic temperature increase and melting. If you can account for all these events, you can imagine 1/4 depends on what you eat. That's a huge responsibility, right? So a couple of things you can do. So we all know that meat has a high water consumption, CO2 emissions, so you can decrease the amount of meat that you are eating, and this topic is really broad and wide. So if you want more information, I pasted a link down in the description with an article to my favorite website for data. It's called Our World in Data. I don't have a partnership. I love this website because I really love it, and I think the information that contains are very precise and reliable. Third things that you can do to decrease your carbon emission is to change the way you deal with clothing. Change your wardrobe. You don't need like clothes every day. I don't know if you knew, but 10% of the whole global carbon emissions depends on the fashion industry. So 3 things that you can do. First, don't ever buy new clothes. Just go to the thrift shop. You're gonna find some amazing vintage clothes, and they're already reused and being recycled, so you're not emitting anything. That's a big thing you can do. You can borrow or exchange clothes from your relatives, close friends, or like people in your community. That's a cool thing to do, and it's good for you, for your money, and for the environment. One thing that I personally really like to do is to go in your old wardrobe and rediscover clothes you were not wearing since a long time, and you can use them again. Or you can do the same thing with your parents' clothes. Like vintage is cool, so if you can find something old and reuse it, it's like all game. If you really need something new, there are plenty of sustainable brands out there. There is Patagonia, but that's like the most famous. There are even a lot of independent sustainable brands, so you should support this brand. You're gonna spend like a little bit more of money, but it's gonna be better for you, for the planet, and for those entrepreneurs that are really struggling hard to change the planet that we live in. Fourth thing that you can do is you gotta read about climate change. You gotta get the information, you gotta learn about the topic. Like especially, even for me as an engineer, this is a topic which is very broad, very difficult to understand, but hey, now you have no excuses because we are at home and we have the time to read this kind of things. So I pasted another link down in the description, again, or word in data. It's an article, very long, but it explains broadly the topic and gives you like the gist of everything. And I really recommend you to read it, and I really want to share with me like your thoughts, and if you have any ideas, anything, just hit me up on my DM. I will be more than happy to talk to you. 5 things that you can do. It's nothing like very technical, but it's something more human. You can just share these informations with the person that you love, like with your relatives, with your closest friends. It's gonna be a very nice thing to do. For example, at lunch or at supper, instead of speaking like about instead of doing small talks or speaking about random topics or about coronavirus, which is a very sad topic, you can come up with this new topic, climate change, and you have all the information, and you can influence the people around you, and eventually they're gonna influence the people around them, and it's gonna have a huge impact. So human interaction, human connection, sharing of important information. I'm actually doing it right now to you, right? So why can't you do it with other people? So I invite you to do that. So for today is everything. There are many things you can do, but hey, I have a limited amount of time. In the description there are other useful links that you can check out. Let me know what you think, and stay tuned to the next video. Bye bye.